I've had the great privilege on Doctor Who of having three leading ladies, really. Billie Piper and Freema Agyeman and Catherine Tate. Well, and then Michelle Ryan, who did and Kylie Minogue and Lindsay Duncan. They've all been sort of visiting guest stars as well. So I've had a fantastic bunch of women to play opposite. I'll miss them all in very individual and special ways. But Billie was my first co-star on Doctor Who, and she's a great actor and has gone on to do all sorts of extraordinary things and will go on to do more. I'll miss working with Billie, but then I haven't been working with Billie for a few years now. She left the show 3-4 years ago now. But then Freema Agyeman, who took over, has also gone on. She's now doing Law and Order UK, which is as big a show there as it is here. Catherine Tate is known throughout the world as a comedy performer. But then you see in Doctor Who that she's also the most fantastic dramatic actress too. I've been very fortunate and spoiled really by the guest stars that came through. Not just in the kind of female companion role. We also had all sorts of people. Derek Jacobi was in there. We had John Sim, David Morrissey, Timothy Dalton is in the final stories that I do. Along with a whole host of actors who might not necessarily be so well known here, but some huge stars at home. Peter Kay, Bernard Cribbins. Doctor Who, it was a roll call really, and actors from every part of the kind of dramatic spectrum. People like Peter Kay is really a stand-up. That's what he's famous for, and yet he fitted into the world of Doctor Who just as aptly as someone like Derek Jacobi did, or Pauline Collins, or Lindsay Duncan. You know, who are very, very well respected, very heavyweight actors. And that was part of the joy of it, that just the roll call that we got to play with. It's difficult to know when you're working on a show like Doctor Who in Britain, which has become so ubiquitous and such a huge part of popular culture. I mean, it always has been, actually, as long as I've been alive. Doctor Who's been there and been in the British consciousness. And at the moment it seems to be riding higher than ever, really. And it's to be at the centre of that can be quite overwhelming at times. It's everywhere you go, and it's a part of your life, every day of your life. You're never quite sure when you leave the shores of Britain how far it has travelled and quite what level the enthusiasm for it will be. So coming to America has been surprising for me. The visit to Comic-Con was quite overwhelming, the response we got there. And everywhere I've gone, I mean, clearly it's not it's not as ubiquitous in America as it is in Britain. But everywhere I've gone in LA or San Diego or wherever I've been in America, there's always someone who knows the show and wants a photograph and wants to say hi, and it's great. It's wonderful to be at the centre of something like that. Do you know, I'm never very tactical career-wise. I never have a kind of 5-year plan. Partly so I don't disappoint myself, I suppose. But no, I just really I go from one project to the next depending on what it is and what becomes exciting and what presents itself as an opportunity. As an actor, even when you're doing well, you're not really the governor of your own world. You're beholden to other people wanting to use you, and hopefully, as one goes along the career path, you get a few more options available to you. And at the moment, I'm just kind of sitting back and seeing what the options might be for the immediate future. So who knows? There's some wonderful things presenting themselves. We'll just have to see what feels right, what the next step should be. Hamlet was a production for the Royal Shakespeare Company, which we did in Stratford-upon-Avon and in London. The RSC is a company I'd worked with quite a lot sort of earlier on in my career. So it felt like a homecoming to an extent. It felt like the obvious place for me to go back to when I wanted to go and do some more theatre. I was thrilled that they asked me, and of course, playing Hamlet at the Royal Shakespeare Company is the sort of thing that you allow yourself to fantasize about when you're at drama school. It's not something you ever really imagine will happen. So it was a wonderful opportunity, and not something that I was in a position to turn down. That doesn't mean it wasn't. It didn't take a deep breath or two. One of the great privileges of coming to something like Hamlet is the great regard in which it's held, the history of performance that comes with it, especially doing it as we did this production originally with the Royal Shakespeare Company, who have this lineage. I mean, you look back at the people who've played that part on these stages before you, and it's a little overwhelming. And every line in Hamlet is a quotation. At times you worry the audience are going to be chanting along with you. And what you've got to do in rehearsals is leave the baggage, which is easier said than done, of course. How do you spin a line like To Be or Not to Be and make it feel fresh and truthful and real, and as if you're saying it, as if you're the first person saying that for the first time? That's the challenge of it. And with a script that's that rich and multi-layered, and there's so many things hidden in it, and so many resonances for every one of us. You can, if you allow yourself, if you surrender yourself up to actually the what's happening in the moment and the truth of the moment, then hopefully you can get over the fact that the dialogue is so famous it creaks with expectation, and actually you can just find something that's true and real and fresh and relevant. There's no point in doing these plays. They're 400 years old. There's no point in doing them unless they're about 2009, 2010, and into the future. There's no point in doing them as period pieces. Well, there is a point, I'm sure, as something you might see in a museum. That would be fascinating, but it's not what any of us wanted to do with this play. We wanted to rediscover it for now. Easier said than done, but that was what we set out to do.